Assalamu alaikum. Today the topic of discussion is types of sentences according to their structure and according to their meaning. Firstly, we describe the types of sentences according to their structure. There are four types of sentences according to their structure. Number 1, simple sentence. Number 2, compound sentences. Number 3, complex sentences. Number 4, compound complex sentences. Firstly, we discuss the simple sentence. What is simple sentence? A simple sentence consists of one independent clause. What is independent clause? Independent clause is basically a clause that can stand alone and give us a complete idea and detail about something, and it contains subject and verb. For example, I like coffee, Mary likes tea, the earth goes around the sun, Mary didn't go to the party. The next is a compound sentences. What is compound sentence? A compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions or semicolons. Each of these clauses could form a sentence alone. For example, I like coffee and Mary likes tea. And is a coordinating conjunction that join two independent clauses to each other. Mary went to work, but John went to the party. But is a coordinating conjunction and that join two independent clauses to each other. These clauses work as a separate sentence, means they can stand alone. Our car broke down and we came late. And these semicolon also work as a coordinating conjunction between two independent clause, and there are 7 coordinating conjunctions: and, but, or, nor, for, yet, so. For the better memorization of these 7 coordinating conjunction, the code word that use for is boys fan. The next is complex sentences. What is complex sentence? Complex sentence consists of an independent clause and dependent clause. And a dependent clause, what is dependent clause? A dependent clause start with the subordinate conjunctions or relative pronouns and contain a subject and verb, but does not express and give a complete idea and detail about something. For example, we missed our plane because we were late. We missed our plane is independent clause because is a subordinate conjunction, and we were late is dependent clause. Our dog barks when she hear a noise. When is a subordinate conjunction. She hears noise. She hears a noise is a dependent clause, and our dog barks is independent clause. He left in a hurry after he got a phone call. After is a subordinate conjunction. He got a phone call is a dependent clause, and he left in a hurry is independent clause. Do you know the man who is talking to Mary? Who is basically a relative pronoun, and is talking to Mary is a dependent clause, and do you know the man is independent clause. Here are some common subordinate conjunctions: after, although, as, because, before, how, if, once, since, then, that, though, till, until, when, where, whether, while. Here are 5 basic relative pronouns: that, which, whom, whose. Next is the fourth one is a compound complex sentences. A compound complex sentence consists of at least two independent clause and or more one or more dependent clause. For example, John didn't come because he was ill, so Mary was not happy. John didn't come is a independent clause, and because is a subordinate conjunction, and he was ill is a dependent clause, so is a coordinating conjunction, and Mary was not happy is independent clause. He left in hurry after he got a phone call, but he came back 5 minutes later. And he left in a hurry is a independent clause. After is a subordinate conjunction. He got a phone call is dependent clause, but is coordinating conjunction, and he came back 5 minutes later is independent clause. Next is types of sentences according to their meaning. There are 5 types of sentences according to their meaning. Number 1 is declarative sentence, and the next one is imperative sentence, interrogative sentences, and exclamatory sentence, optative sentence. Firstly, we describe the declarative or assertive sentence. A declarative sentence simply makes a statement or express an opinion. In other words, it makes a declaration. This kind of sentence ends with a period. For example, I want to be a good writer. This is basically a statement. My friend is really good writer. Express an opinion about some person. This is declarative sentence. And the next one is imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? An imperative sentence gives a command or make a request. It actually ends with a period, but can, under certain circumstances, end with an exclamation point. For example, please sit down. I need you to sit down now. The next one is interrogative sentence. What is the interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence asks a question. This type of a sentence often begin with who, what, where, when, why, who, do, it, ends with a question mark. For example, when are you going to turn in your writing assignment? Do you know what the weather will be tomorrow? The next is exclamatory sentence. What is exclamatory sentence? An exclamatory sentence is a sentence that express great emotions such as excitement, surprise, happiness, anger, and ends with an exclamation point. For example, it is too dangerous to climb that mountain. I got an A on my book report. And the last one is optative sentence. Optative sentence is a sentence that express a hope, a wish, keen desire, or prayer. This kind of sentence generally starts with may and wish. Sometimes may remain hidden. For example, I wish Qaid-e-Azam Qaid-e-Azam were alive today. May God bless you. Long live the Queen. These type of a sentence are optative sentence. So I hope you understand this topic. Thank you so much.